Hmm.
And we are live. Once again, I come to you from the lost lands of the internet, bringing with me Jensen to
Help!
enlighten your
Save
lives of
me!
the wonderful world. Yes, Jensen?
Help! Save me! He's got me prisoner! Help me! I'm locked in a box!
See what happens when I don't ask Jensen to say hello to the folks? And how are you doing today, sir?
I'm actually doing fine, thank you very much. B has left, so peace and quiet shall ensue.
B has left and you've survived. Another good
Yes,
day.
yes. I'm getting more and more resistant. Oh, of
Resistant
course.
or resistant or
God.
agile?
No, I can't dodge those things nowadays, so it's just a simple case of I just get used to the pain and you just let it go. Hey, Matt.
Just let it go, dude. Let it go. It's in the past.
Yeah.
It's still
You mean
painful.
it?
Yeah, but it was in the past. What does it matter? That's one of the best lines of the Lion King. Is when Rafiki hits him in the head.
Yeah.
Boom. Hey, that hurts. What does it matter? It's in the past.
It's the thing is, it's true,
It is,
kinda.
but still painful. Well, yes, the past can be
Yeah.
painful. And
Again, he's not wrong.
the only thing that irritates me about the monkeys, he should have been whacking him a much sooner, and a few more times actually.
The thing that bugs me is that the whole scene of him carrying the cub out, thrusting him out, it still would have been funny if he'd have let go and thrown the cub clean out. I'm sorry. I know I'm a bad person, but that tickled the living hell out of me.
Well,
Here,
first of
look at
all,
the prince
Rafiki
catch.
is a baboon, right?
Yeah, I know.
Do you realize what a baboon would actually do to a live cub?
Eat it.
Okay, he would have
I
thrown it
know.
to the rest of the pack, and they would have freaking tore it apart. And yes, then eaten it.
Yes.
Okay, just putting it out
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah, Maddie's harassing me now. Hey, Maddie, I set this up way back when you were still trying to get your stream to work. You can't blame me for this. I assumed that 2 hours was going to be good for you. I did try to avoid it. I really did.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do this. Are you telling me you thought that a woman would say all that she needs to within 2 hours? Dude, really?
It was
You really
she.
thought? Wow.
She had Batman. She had a few others.
It- uh,
And if you want to
oh, there
join us,
you go.
Maddie, you're more than welcome if your stream is ended. If not, Maddie has a stream going for old time radio. It was actually pretty good. I was enjoying it. And then I was given a mission by my
A
superior to go
mission
to
from
Shopee
God.
and get some stuff. So,
Yeah, a mission from God. Perfectly reasonable.
and I still have another mission I got to do later on today.
All right.
Yeah, I bought a new grinder and I was using it, and it just stopped working. I'm gonna have to take it back on look.
Mhm.
I've had this less than 2 weeks, dude. This should be breaking.
Yeah. I mean, that is, unless we're talking dollar store quality, that is really
No,
poor.
no, this was actually a pretty decent one. I was kind of surprised. I was pretty shocked when it stopped working. I really
Huh?
was. Okay, let's get to
Yeah.
this news, though. I know people here to hear the news, right?
Oh, at least our
Right.
version of the news, yes.
Now, I want you to think of this, folks. This is from Politico via Pravda. Okay? I want you to
Totally
understand
trustable.
this.
Completely trustable. I
What
couldn't
does this
think
tell you
anything
about
wrong.
Politico?
Mm-hmm.
When Pravda is quoting Politico, you know you're got
Oh, yeah.
a problem. Biden administration urgently demanded from Zelensky success on the battlefield. On the eve of U.S. President Joe Biden's visit to Poland, the White House administration demanded that the Ukraine step up action on the battlefield. You're obviously not
Mm-hmm.
getting your asses kicked hard enough.
Come on,
They're
do
on the
better.
defensive right now. You have a massive wave of Russians. You better step
Mm-hmm.
up. Where are those attacks?
Yeah.
take a look at that picture. It doesn't look like Zelensky just wants to slap him.
Yes. Actually, yes, I agree with that. But let's be fair. Biden's probably looking at him going, who the hell is he?
I come in a suit and you're in a ragtag piece of shit. What the hell is this shit? Don't you know who I am? Welcome, TC. Once again, if you guys want to join, just let me know. You can hop on into Discord. All right.
Hold it. Yeah, hold up, dude. Matt has just said, does Biden even know where he is? Wrong question. Does he know who he is? Let's be fair, all right? He probably doesn't know. Am I wrong?
He doesn't look like a doctor.
Did you bring the puddings?
What do you mean you're out of tapioca?
Is it time for my prostate again? Oh, damn. There's a mental image that no one ever needs.
Okay, American analysts fear that Russian military could inflict defeat upon the Ukrainian army in the south and the east, and the supply of Western weapons to the Ukraine will slow down. Really? The authors of the article note, all right, the Biden administration urgently demanded that the administration of President Vladimir Zelensky, wasn't it supposed to be Volodymyr? I've seen it spelled. Consolidate. All right, consolidate its gains and possibly launch its own counterstrike. Earlier, American General Christopher Cavoli privately said that F-16 aircraft and longer-range missiles could defeat Russia in the Ukraine. Really?
All right. Just before you go off on one, and trust me, I totally understand. They really shouldn't have put Vladimir. It should have been Voldemir. I mean, Vlad is one thing. That's the bad guy. Are they suggesting that him and Putin are good friends? You know, like mixing their names together? Interesting. You can get in a lot of trouble for that one over here. You screw up someone's name. No, I'm actually not joking with this one. You screw up someone's name over here, you can actually be done for racism. No, I'm not joking. Yeah.
You're not going to get done that way for any less.
Yeah. I know.
We have a bit more tolerance for the inability to pronounce people's names, which I'm quite thankful for.
I was waiting for that one.
If Maddie was running the world, I'd be freaking in the torture chamber forever. Say it! Say the name right! Should have been Voldemort.
I agree, it should have been Voldemort.
All right, now first of all, let me talk to this idiot, Christopher Cavalli. Right? Well, yes, General Cavalli, you're an idiot. Okay? F-16s ain't gonna fix this. How's an F-16 gonna fix this? All right?
No offense, they're ancient.
And longer range missiles. Like what? Pershing 2s? What are you suggesting here? Just what do you mean, longer range missiles?
Half-dozen Sidewinders sort out the problem.
Well, Sidewinders don't fly that far. Those are close range
missiles. No.
All right. And okay, F-16s could inflict, all right, more damage to the Russian Air Force. Have you noticed something lately, by the way? No one's ever talking about the Russian planes being shot down like they were. Have you noticed that over the last few months? Have you been hearing about Russian helicopters and stuff just falling out of the sky?
No, very true.
Now part of it, I'm sure, is that the Russians have scaled back some of their aircraft, things, right? And I think they probably learned not to fly their helicopters into short-range missile range.
That's a fair statement.
The shoulder-fired missiles have probably told the helicopters, this is not the war for you. Okay. All right. I heard the F-16 have been scrambled. I like mine boiled. But if we hand these guys F-16s, right, and we have a lot of them, okay, and we got a lot of them sitting about 5 miles away from me right now in a nice little airport, all in a row, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready for somebody to refurb and then send them on their way. Okay,
Yeah.
we do have enough that we could send to these guys. But first of all, you've got to be trained and you got to know what the hell you're doing. And the biggest difference between Russian pilots at the start of this campaign and Russian pilots now is the amount of
Mm-hmm.
airtime, flat out.
Yeah.
Okay, the Russian military is getting better, folks. I want you to understand
Obviously.
that. Hi, Susan. I didn't see you there earlier. And hi, Ms. Murder. And of course, Mr. Barkley, the ever present. The Ukrainians have gotten better too, but the difference is they're learning their craft. If we hand out F-16s to the Ukrainians and said, okay, how long is it going to really be before they're actually able to be used? And there's something else that needs to be noted. Where in the hell are the Ukrainians getting their fuel?
True. Our gas is not exactly easy to find.
Okay, we could we could sell them planes. We could give them planes and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem the problem will remain. Okay,
Yep.
what do you do about these? What about these other airframes? What do you do about supplying them with logistics? What do you do about supplying them with armaments? The United
Mhm.
States is believes in wasteful military. Okay,
No. Looks to Afghanistan. No, I don't know
right?
what you're talking about.
You can look at Afghanistan. You can look at Iraq. You can look at whatever you want. Right? We believe in more. Did it work more? And we're not talking people.
No.
Did you fire one round? Here's two more.
Yeah.
All right. It's peace through superior firepower. Okay,
I'm okay
it's
with
not
that. I
manpower.
want that
It's
noted.
firepower. If the 2,000 pounds of bombs didn't work, bring in 8. Okay, and normally it's an escalation of about that too. It's not you got 2, bring in 4. No. It didn't work the first time. Well, let's double it. No. We want to make sure. We're gonna triple and quadruple it. Okay, it's the way we fight battles. It's the way we have always fought battles. Okay, even if you go back to our Civil War days, the only one where we were cheap in battles was the
Mm-hmm.
Revolutionary War, where we didn't have a lot of things, and it was like shoot, run like hell, shoot, run like hell. Okay, it's a simple concept,
Oh yeah.
right? But I think what's happening now is there's a realization coming that's been developing now that the American public are looking at this war and going, okay, we've supplied them with damn near everything, and they still can't win,
Yep.
which is understandable because the Russians, okay, did not go into this half-heartedly. Now
No.
they went into it thinking they could quickly resolve it, but
Yeah.
they didn't go in saying, "Well, we can just pull back." Okay, they didn't go into this with the idea that they weren't going to win this, come hell or high water,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So the idea that this was going to be a short war, and if you remember, if those of you who remember back to the days when I was actually this was all kicking off, I said that if they think that this is going to be a short war, they're completely wrong.
Oh
Right?
yes, you did.
I said that to the Ukrainians, and I said that to the Russians. This was not going to be something that they're just going to pull back with. The Russians
Mm-hmm.
are going to reconsolidate their positions, all right, in the east, and if successful, notice that word if, they will
Yeah.
attack from Belarus again.
Yeah.
That's what I suspect they're prepping for. Now I don't
Mm-hmm.
know just how positive the gains have been on the ground. It's the Russians. It's hard to know. And it's the Ukrainians. It's hard to know from their standpoint.
Yeah.
Okay? To know just how successful some of these things are. But if you think that the Russians are going to give up the Crimean and the Donetsk regions, you are sadly mistaken. They are going to fight, and if it brings down the government, so be it. The next government will still fight. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody right now right, did an Allahu Akbar, right, and took out Vladimir Putin,
Mm-hmm.
nothing would change.
No.
Okay? People think that this is all just Vlad's gamble. It's not just Vladimir. And I'm not trying to protect Vladimir. I'm not saying the guy is, overflowing with the milk of human kindness. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's not one of the scenarios that you would prescribe with good old Vlad. Vlad the Impaler comes to mind.
It fits as the name, though,
It
doesn't it?
does
Let's be
fit the
fair.
man. And if you were fighting him, he'd like to fit it with you. But now just letting you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is, and look, I support the Ukrainians in the fact that they want to be free. But the problem is good luck. All right, I hate to say this, you're not worth my money and my time.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds harsh, and it is, but that's reality.
Yeah.
Okay, we're better off letting the Russians stomp on you than we are continuing to bleed capital from the U.S. Treasury at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds bad. It sounds like you're putting money before people's lives and so forth. Yeah, to a point I am, because it's American lives too.
That's fair. One moment, please. From Ms. Murder. I don't know about you, but I'd pay to watch world leaders fight to death. I would only pay if you promise that we get to see the death of Rishi Sunak, because that man is so goddamn incompetent. Seriously.
Are you telling me that he get into the arena and pull a Clouseau? Is that what you're trying to say?
Are you joking? Clouseau was good.
Well, that's my
No, I'm
point.
not
Is all of a
joking.
sudden he'd bumble into something and he'd be the winner.
Let's put it this way, okay? Richie is so bad that the only reason he's considered any better is because his opposing individual, Keir Starmer, has had a personality removal and they just left him as that. They never put one back in. Okay, no, I'm not joking. I don't know who you guys had as the most boring senator that you had, but he was probably a party animal in comparison to the morons we've got right now. It's really bad.
Well, this is what happens, Jensen.
Mm-hmm.
When the Americans vote in Biden, and you go hold my beer. All right, I just want to let you know. All right.
We got someone dumber than your one, but it's Biden.
Just put it out there, okay?
Mm-mm. I mean, okay, no. Here I'm now going to defend Sunak. He's not stupid. He's actually a very intelligent guy. Unfortunately, he's got the same level of charisma as a piece of dog crap. Without flies, because flies actually have a charisma rating higher than him. Okay, no, I'm being serious. It's bad.
Hold up, faggots.
All right, mate. We're taking the piss out of Sunak.
You take the piss out of Sunak. How can you do that when nature's already beaten you to it?
He actually has. I'll
by the
accept
way,
that statement.
Maddie, I hope Maddie does understand that she wants to jump on in. She's more than welcome.
Say that again, but in English this time.
He's American. He can't say it in English.
I hope that Maddie understands that she's more than welcome to come on in now that she's done. I assume that her stream is done since you popped on in.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I did try. I did try to avoid this, by the way. All right. So anyway,
I would advise you to go, if she puts it up, to go and watch that stream. Then you'll understand why Gildersleeve makes everybody laugh.
Well, that was good. I must admit, it's unfortunate that I had.
Oh, it became the word of the stream.
Okay.
Maddie, if you want to.
Why does that bishop look like an action figure? He doesn't look real.
Maddie, you need to get a snack? Are you sure you need to get a snack? Well, here you go, Maddie. Why don't you look for a few of these? The humanoid variety pack.
Jensen, don't you eat those?
Yes, mythical treats, the humanoid snack sticks. You get Bigfoot, you get an elf, you get a troll. The trolls are a little dark and chewy.
Chomp a troll a day.
Talking
Sam.
about trolls, hello, Sam.
Oh, harsh, dude.
Why she trolls us every so often?
I know, but come on, man. Even I'm going to say that was harsh.
I'm not calling
saying
her.
it's wrong.
I'm not calling her a fairy tale creature that lives under a bridge. That would be wrong. I'm calling her somebody who trolls other people occasionally.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
This one, by
We
the
all
way,
believe you.
brought to you by Sherardi. Sherardi was looking for something.
Oh, no. He's a good one. I love that one.
Dump that in there.
By the way, I didn't actually hear. What do you think? Vladimir Putin and whoever the hell's running the Ukraine, I can't remember his name, put them in a giant cage dome and
Zelensky.
just have them fight to the death.
I have suggested we'd go with the 2 go in, 1 comes out.
No, I've got a better idea. We put
Go
them in a dome to fight to the death, right? But we
Mhm.
also put a Kodiak bear in there, one for each of them.
That's not
Kodiak
fair.
bear.
Yeah.
That would make the bears sick.
No, actually, it's more the fact that Vlad would
I
jump
hate
on
to
its
tell you
back and
guys
ride
this,
it around.
But yeah,
Wait,
Vladimir would probably
Kodiak
be the
bears-
bears.
Kodiak bears are slightly less dangerous than polar bears, from my understanding.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Wait, I actually thought Kodiak bears were actually extinct.
Nope,
No.
There's plenty of them.
No.
Just go on the island.
Mhm.
Hello, mad woman.
Mhm. Hey, hon.
Hello. Hey, Maddie. What's up?
Hey. The problem with putting both of them in the same ring in the cage fight is that you would have to refer to them by their last name. Otherwise, the play calling would get really fucking confusing really quickly.
Maddie,
That's fine. That's how they usually do it in boxing anyway.
Maddie,
Yeah.
maybe it would be better if you put them in a Gildersleeve.
Oh,
Oh, start. Don't start. Don't you start.
are we ready?
No. Seriously. Think about it.
Apparently not.
People do the pay-per-view shit for
Mhm.
UFC. How about instead of all of us assholes risking our lives just because 2 old fuckers want to fight,
Mm-hmm.
let's have
Yeah.
the 2 old fuckers fight and no weapons. You get broken broom handles and, maybe they fight a tiger after they get done fighting each other. And then you got the janitor in the corner screaming, how the hell am I going to do my job now?
Yeah, 2 old fuckers wanting to fight. That just describes Vampire the Masquerade.
Ooh,
Not wrong, though. But
not wrong.
Matt.
More than 2, but it's not wrong.
Here's Matt. Meth Bear.
yeah, no, he's not wrong.
Wait, better
talking
idea.
about pay-per-view. I had an idea to turn prisons into pay-per-view. What you do is you get electroshock collars that are tamper-proof. Yeah, if you try and take them off before they're supposed to come off, you'll get an electric shock,
Mhm.
right? And what you do is you televise prisons 24 hour. Yeah, you can go in and on your remote control, you can select a prisoner
Mhm.
and activate their electroshock collar whenever you want.
Eh,
That's the sound it
No,
would
no,
make.
no.
Yes, you're in on it.
Yeah.
better idea.
No, that's really good.
No,
Sam.
better
Good-
idea.
good
Better
luck.
idea.
Good luck.
Better idea.
Go on.
Way better idea. Okay?
Hmm?
Have a bunch of tell a bunch of illegal immigrants, hey, if you go out and you kill a bunch of pedophiles and there's evidence
there
that
we
they were
go.
pedophiles,
Here we go.
you get bumped up so many names up the list to get a fucking green card. If you kill 20 of them and you don't get caught by the authorities, you get citizenship and pardon for free.
Good
And you know what
plan.
you
And we
this
call
Hold
it, we
on, hold on,
televise it,
Jensen.
and we call it Alien versus Predator.
And there it
Good,
is.
good plan, Sam. Only one problem.
Mm-hmm.
Half of the illegal immigrants would be committing suicide to do that.
That's unfortunately very true.
And
But that's not necessarily a bad thing, as
No.
I say.
It's like,
Look.
it's been on the news with the Michigan University thing with the murder suicide I'm in the kitchen doing something, and all of a sudden they announce the thing. So I step out in the living room and do my usual PSA: prevent murder suicide. Start with yourself.
Well,
I'm okay.
Shrapnel just said their cocaine bear is based on a true story when they found a kilo
Mhm.
inside a bear's belly. Well, I've been thinking about this now, and since
Oh god.
Miss Murder brought up illegal aliens, we could put 2 fence lines and let the bears roam in between them.
I still am okay with this.
The thing is, in London, they've got a much less dangerous version of the cocaine bears called cocaine eels. Seriously, the eels that live in the Thames,
Yeah, I know.
that passes through London, are addicted to cocaine.
Yeah, it kind of tells you exactly how much coke gets flushed in London.
Well,
It's
Yeah.
not good.
The problem with the competition in England in regards to pedophiles is they have the whole of the Church of England. Oh shit! Did I say that out loud?
No, it's actually the Catholic Church.
I was actually
Yeah,
about to
that's what I
say,
meant.
yeah,
That's
no,
what-
it's no. The Church of England and the Catholic Church are 2 totally separate
Yeah.
entities.
You
First
see,
of all,
I
hold
think
it, hold it. Whoa. This is where Nomad changes the next story he's about to do and does the one with the priest.
Oh,
Okay.
you're talking about this one?
yeah, like
Yeah.
it says that
Yeah.
What a segue.
that bishop, he looks like a waxworks figure.
Well, he is now because he's dead. A Los Angeles bishop's death is being investigated as a homicide, authorities say. The shooting death of Los Angeles County Bishop David O'Connell, known as a peacemaker, is being investigated as a homicide, the sheriff's office said on Sunday. This incident is being handled as a murder investigation. Really?
He failed to
Gunshot
make the
wound to
peace
the
there,
chest.
Really?
Murder.
I thought he'd
Yeah,
been nailed to the cross by that. Yeah, come on, who do you think I am? Jesus?
They said.
I
in the
mean,
brief
I'm
statement-
from Chicago. I think I have an authority on this. If someone shot a priest, you might want to go look into the priest's financials and or his computer. Just saying.
Yeah.
There is an additional
You might find a
information
motive
available.
there.
Yeah.
There is no additional
See, when he
information at this time. Right.
Yeah.
O'Connell,
And what was the
69. Sorry, go ahead.
And what was the piece he was making again?
I don't know. Who served as a priest and a bishop in LA County for nearly half a century, was at home in the 1500 block of Yanlu Avenue around 1 p.m. on Saturday, authorities said. He suffered a gunshot wound and paramedics pronounced him dead at the scene. It's a shock.
So
I
he
have
was
no
in his
words
home.
to express my sadness. As a priest and later as a bishop here in Los Angeles for 45 years, Bishop Dave was a man of deep prayer who had a great love for our Blessed Mother, said Archbishop Jose Gomez. All right, the Archdiocese
Yeah,
of Los
which
Angeles
that-
statement.
Oh
would
God, I got a joke.
that would
I got
explain the white stains on the statue of Mary. Then
Oh no. That would explain the multitude of jokes like, "Hey, little Johnny, come over here for a minute with that incense." I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave.
There is one question that no one's actually mentioned. What else did he know about the Clintons? That's the question. Because you know it was the Clintons that did it.
There is
well,
a-
apparently he gave little Hillary, when she was just a child, her first confessional.
He was not that old. Come on.
Just so people understand.
Yeah,
some
good
things,
point.
This guy's neighborhood, the home
Mhm.
that he was living in, was $1.5 million estimated.
Damn. See, this is what I mean. You know,
Now,
We're all in
in
the
LA,
wrong
that
place.
could just be a hovel. I don't know.
That's the problem. Hmm.
To be fair, it is LA, so that could actually be anything from like a refurbished outhouse to,
It's scary, but yeah.
A palatial mansion,
agree.
but still,
Hmm.
Mhm.
I think Maddie is probably more right. This guy was not someone who was. Let's put it this way: he wasn't one of the ones roaming around in the homeless shelters. It doesn't appear.
Mhm.
Just point it out.
Yep.
Just pointing it out.
What are you grunting at, Jensen?
No, I'm just thinking we've actually managed to make all these jokes without suggesting he was hanging around all the homeless shelters, but it was the kids' ones that he was after.
Oh, Jesus.
But we've managed to avoid saying this, so I'm actually really proud of you all. Well
No,
done.
Bishop Dave, that wasn't a petting zoo. It was a primary school.
It's only
I like
because there's no
mayonnaise.
more
Mm.
It's only because there's no more orphanages in the U.S. I don't think.
Fair point.
No, they've been replaced by the foster care system and child trafficking.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a difference?
Now,
Oh yeah, spelling.
Now I told Batman this morning in our server, but a couple of days ago, my mom did something that made me look at her and go, seriously? Because, well, I mean, this is a woman that has the entire Aliens franchise and owns all the Jurassic Park movies, and she finally got to see the trailer for the latest Fast and Furious movie, and she goes, "It's so violent. Why do the movies have to be so violent?" And I'm looking at her
Wow.
going, seriously? I didn't say it out loud, but my brain went, seriously?
Mm.
You have all the Jurassic Park movies, and you're worried about a car going off a cliff.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, but wasn't she? Wouldn't was this woman alive and like watching horror films like in the 60s and 70s?
She watches. She liked The Exorcist. She's watched The Omen. She watches every single freaking horror show or movie with
Okay,
like
then
sharks
she's
in
just
it and mass murderers. But a car going over the cliff is where she draws the line.
She hasn't seen Scarface, has she?
Yeah, I think she has.
to be fair, I can't really give her any shit.
Okay. No, so, all of you, hold up. Okay. Batman, TC, stop it. Okay, just stop it. I'm just no. Leave it alone, okay? Yes.
Anyway, on to the next story. Beijing wants to meet EU leaders as U.S. ties fray. China and the European Union should prepare for meetings of their leaders, Beijing's top foreign policy official said, a sign of the Asian nation's efforts to court Europe amid worsening ties with the United States. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have said this many times. Okay?
Multitude of times.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of times. A myriad of times.
The only ones who buy Chinese goods are the United States
Right.
because we buy goods from everywhere. If China thinks that the European Union is going to let China dump their freaking products into their market, they are so horribly mistaken.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's all in the name because when you shorten European Union, you get EU.
That's a fair statement.
Yes.
No, now, to be serious about this, okay? You know why China's doing this, and this is not actually a joke. I'm not dicking around now. They're doing this because it will force a wedge between Europe and America,
And
thus
the UK.
cutting off, and the UK, thus cutting off yet another connection
Yep.
to the EU and America. That's what's going. Now, you guys go right ahead and make your
No,
series.
you're right.
Have fun.
But
I
actually,
thought,
us in the UK, we actually want another wedge between us and the E EU.
Fair point.
I don't doubt that at all. Okay, but there's another reason China.
Oh no! North Korea fire another missile to make up for Kim Jong Un's small dick. Oh, sorry,
Have they
Don't get
hold on,
ahead of stories
no-
here, Daddy.
Hold on.
We'll get to
North
that
Korea's
story
fired
in its
another
own
missile.
time.
North Korea's fired another missile.
That's what I saw from the headline.
Does
That's what I
that
saw.
mean they've got a bigger elastic band?
No, it's Kim Jong Un. He has to prove to people that he not have small dick, so he
Mhm.
fire
Oh,
off
yeah,
big missile.
Loading. Loading. Loading.
Yes,
Mhm.
of course.
You did it. Look, it mentioned North Korea, so anybody that knows me knows I immediately have to do my imitation of Kim Jong Un. That's just the way it works with me.
Fair point.
When are
Do
you
they
gonna
have to
do
go, "I am
your
Kim"?
impression of Pooh Bear?
Oh, hello! I am Kim Jong Un. I fire nuclear missile to make up for small dick. Okay.
Question is, Maddie, is he Ronry? Ever so Ronry? That's the question.
He's looking for rubbing all the wrong places.
Oh my god.
I being the dictator of North Korea am very lonely, but happily for me, I never miss buffet.
Yeah, and we all know what his favourite seafood is, don't we? Crabs.
Ah.
Oh yeah, and he likes some clam chowder.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
Oh,
Casual
I can hear the
racism.
nukes
There you
from
go.
here. I can hear the nukes from here.
Yeah, well, they'll not be North Korean nukes, will they? Because
All right, let's.
Actually, they're just
Since
cap
the
guns.
story went off the
Mhm.
rails already.
Oh yeah.
Japan says North Korea fired a ballistic missile that
No, they
covered
didn't.
the entire United States.
No, they didn't. They said North Korea fired a ballistic missile.
birthday.
The U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said that the United States is prepared to engage with North Korea after the country fired a long-range ballistic missile on Saturday. We've made clear over many months that we
Many.
were prepared to engage with North Korea without any preconditions, Blinken said.
I turned down your engagement. You're boring and you're reader. Can't tell what day of the week it is.
And he don't have cool haircut like me.
Yeah.
MC, in all seriousness, and in all seriousness,
What are you?
at this point, why can't the U.S. just say, you know what, fuck all y'all, kill China, kill Russia, kill North Korea, fuck them all, and just
Because Biden is as incompetent as his non-functioning brain.
Biden is incompetent. He's
First of
undead.
all, I am waiting. I am legitimately waiting for the headline to break out: President of U.S. dead.
Oh yeah, we're all waiting on
Like
that.
I'm waiting
Yeah,
because the man is hanging in there by a thread.
They're taking
he
betting
died
pools.
10 years ago.
Which square
Seriously.
did you buy?
Our
Sam,
senile,
seriously.
our senile senior in chief is hanging in by a slow.
He's not.
synapses.
He's not. He passed away 10 years ago. What you've
No,
got
no,
now is the cadaver in chief.
No.
Yeah.
We have a senile senior in chief who's hanging on by his very last synapses that fires 3 times every other Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, how is that any different from like 85% of the other presidents we've had? But
yes,
hold up.
Carter is in hospice now.
Yeah, I was about to mention
Jimmy
that.
Carter.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I just want to point out, though, okay,
Hold on.
Jimmy Carter really does look like Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Hold on. Does that mean Jimmy Carter used to grow peanuts? Now he just is nuts.
Pretty much, yes.
Actually,
No,
I
now
don't
he's
Who
think
are
he
we
has,
echoing off?
I actually don't think he has dementia. I think he has
No.
some form of cancer.
Yeah, he does. It's cancer.
So
who is echoing?
Not me.
Not me.
Batman.
No, it's not me this
That's
time.
Maddie.
Yeah, it is. Because when I talk, you light up.
Yeah, but when I
Actually, yeah.
talk, you light up.
I light up his life. Okay.
Only if you speak in Spanish. No, it was you before. It's not you now.
No. Hola, señor.
Oh, there we go.
¿Cómo estás?
Now we're going to continue. The Spanish quota has been finished. Okay.
all right.
But no, with all
Brits.
seriousness,
If you're going to read it correctly, it's Princess Harriet.
No, ginger twat. Say it
Now,
properly.
come on, Princess
I
Harriet.
can't even read
Oh,
the
no.
stories anymore.
I'm trying to help MC. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to
not.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh, shush.
Ginger
Oh, shush.
Twat is in a predicament over whether he and the slapper will attend King's coronation because they fear being accused of snubbing royal fam if they stay away, being booed by public if they attend. They have no friends, but they say this.
We're not going to boo them. Hold on. No, that's wrong. If they turn up, we're not going to boo them. I have it on good authority that the people in London have been hoarding half bricks for their arrival.
Oh, yeah.
Jensen has been hoarding whole bricks
Okay,
and a
question.
siege catapult.
Go on.
Legitimate question, because I don't follow any of this shit.
No problem. Go on.
Why is it that y'all hate Meghan Markle? Because I don't fucking follow any of it. I just know that you hate her and I don't care. I didn't read into it past that.
Batman, it's all yours, mate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, she couldn't get her own way when she wanted to be one of the royals. She has lied through her teeth about everything that happened when she was over here.
Okay.
From her secret marriage before the official marriage by the Archbishop of Canterbury, who denied everything.
Of course.
The way she was treated by the royal family, the way she was treated by the British public. We thought she was great when she first turned up, and then we found out what she was really like. the
Okay.
fact
So
that
essentially,
people-
she's
hold on,
pulling
hold
a Jussie Smollett.
I
Okay.
haven't finished. And the fact
Yeah.
that people hated her because she's black. We didn't know she was black until she told us. We
Didn't
thought
we?
she was
Yeah.
like Italian descent or something.
Yeah.
Wait, she's black?
Yeah.
She doesn't even look.
She looks like she's Italian, doesn't she?
That's
It's
what I
better than
thought she
Or
was.
Spanish.
Wait till you see,
I thought she.
wait till you see the family. The dad doesn't look black. The mum don't look black. None of them do, but she claims she is. Well, I'm just calling.
I'm gonna need an ancestry DNA test on this bitch.
Yeah, she
You-
probably
you-
comes to the
you'll
planet
find.
Mongol.
Yeah,
And yes, I am using a 70s term for people with Down syndrome.
yeah, I know.
But no, it's just I legitimately didn't even know.
Mhm.
Like I thought she was maybe mixed with maybe like some kind of Spanish and white or something, or maybe she was
well,
like just like
te-
Sicilian or Italian or some shit.
Technical,
She's a
technical
typical
point for you there.
American
Hold on,
mutt. That's
Hold
exactly
on, no
what we
nuts.
are.
no nuts. Hold on.
Fair enough.
Technical point there, Sam. It's Spaniards are white, so are Italians actually. They're Europeans.
Olive complected is
No,
considered
no,
light.
no. That I'm just saying,
I know what
like,
you mean.
just with the skin tone.
Yeah.
That's all I was
Yeah,
thinking.
she looks Mediterranean.
Welcome,
Yes.
Sean.
Like
the only thing
mixed
that-
Mediterranean.
The only thing
Hey,
that doesn't
Sean.
look Mediterranean about her is she hasn't got the pointy nose. She looks like she looks like she's got the nose of a long-standing football hooligan.
Susan, only in front of
It's
mirrors.
being punched flat.
Only in front of mirrors.
No, she looks like her nose is being punched flat. Doesn't she, Jensen?
I just thought she
no.
had a really bad nose job.
Yeah, because somebody punched her in it.
It is what.
And if they haven't, they should.
Look. I have no care about what she looks like in the sense of her skin color
Well,
or anything else.
she
and
is
it doesn't
approaching-
matter to me.
Actually, hold on a minute, no nuts. This is actually scientifically borne out. The older you get, the more your true personality reflects on your features because of how you're constantly holding your face. It ingrains it in the lines and everything. And she's starting to look damn ugly because inside she's damn ugly.
Well,
And Prince Harry's starting to look
I'm
damn
not gonna-
stupid because inside he's damn stupid.
And there's like a significant age difference between them, isn't there?
Yeah, about that.
Only mentally.
No, there actually is, and this is the really hilarious part about it.
Hold on, I'm
The
going to check that.
older woman that's supposed to have taken his virginity is, I think, something like 5 years younger than the slapper. So, no, I don't
Look,
care. I'm not going to
I-
call her by her proper name. She is the slapper, and he is the
Okay,
gingerbread.
I'm
He's
just
thir-
trying to
he's
figure
thir-
out what she is. Are the blowjobs that good? I'm just asking
Yes,
because
That's
like,
actually how she done. Actually, as she got a career.
he's 33 and she's 36, if you believe that.
No,
No, I
add
don't. Not
I
for a
would
second.
add another 10 years onto that personally.
I would say she
no.
was.
Look at her hands. No,
yeah.
seriously. You know how you tell a woman's true age,
Hmm.
regardless of what her face looks like? Look at her hands.
Hmm.
Yeah, look,
That will
let-
give
let-
away
let's
a
be
woman's
perfectly
age
frank
like
here.
that.
Hold on.
Actually,
We
what
all
you do,
know
the
that
best-
a woman's true age is always 22. Doesn't really matter
21.
anything else, okay?
Actually-
That's just the way
actually-
it
Yeah,
is.
that's what you say because you're married.
actually, no, you're all wrong. The best way to tell a woman's true age is you put on the Golden Oldies radio channel
All right.
and look to see which tune they start tapping their feet to.
I still like my idea. Cut them in half and count the rings. Works
Yeah,
Oh,
wonders.
God.
Take your
Well, for
snack.
somebody like Meghan Markle, just look at the her jewelry drawer and count the wedding rings.
Ooh.
Jensen ran out of snacks.
No.
Somebody get him another bag.
Woo!
Oof.
All right.
That was
Talking
harsh.
about marriage and everything else. on
It
these
was meant to
stories.
be.
Dear Abby, my husband is jealous that I'm doing better than him at work.
No, he's not.
Did
No,
not
he
say
isn't.
that.
Hold on, Batman. We'll get to this. A few years ago, my husband, unhappy with his job, decided he wanted to be a real estate agent. He quits his job to do full-time real estate and really struggled. The company he joined offered little training, and he had no office skills. The dramatic drop in our income almost bankrupted us. He asked me to also get a license to help. All right, I have a great office job. I didn't want to do it first because I knew it would end up doing almost all the work. But I did it anyway. Clue number 1. Okay, lady? Clue number 1. You knew this to begin with. Shortly after I got my license, he was offered a position at his previous company. It was a blessing, and he took it. And I have been selling real estate in addition to my job and having a lot of success. I believe it's due to my 20 years of office management experience and my social media skills. Although
Oh,
I'm
God,
an
she's one of
introvert,
those.
I'm a hard worker.
The fact that you
and-
have long legs and your dude has a beard.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
hold on.
Hold on. She's an introvert and she's put this out. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a hard worker and my business is growing. People seek me out. Abby, my husband is jealous. When I sell a home, he pouts and acts depressed or picks arguments around that time. He hates going to business dinners or training with our company. And if I go out with him, or if I go out without him, he barely speaks to me the next day. Sometimes he gets excited and talks about how he needs to sell some houses. When he does, I encourage him and talk to him about how great he is at working with people. But ultimately, he does nothing to make it happen. Okay, now.
I
First
think
of
this
all-
is total bullshit.
Mhm.
Okay, so basically, my husband decided to do a career path having a midlife crisis and decided it takes too much work to sell a fucking house. Me, on the other hand, once he talked me into it, I soared because I have a pretty smile, a nice rack, and a huge ass, and everybody likes following me around. So I'm selling a lot of houses. Now my husband's mad at me because I'm selling all these houses, and he's too lazy to get out of the house to sell any. So that's why he's mad at me and not talking to me. Help. He's an idiot.
Or all that you said there, apart from and now he's mad at me because I'm using my looks and my figure to get people to buy houses, and when I go out on these go out at night on these business lunches, I'm probably getting my fanny shoved full of buyer's cock.
Mm.
The reality
Oh,
is.
sorry.
Or actually-
my Gildersleeve shoved full of.
Shut up.
Okay.
God damn it.
I would like to make a comment. Okay. Sorry to interrupt here and all that, but could you go back to that previous story, Nomad? You missed the most important part. Okay, so call up that previous story. Oh, he's got to do it the hard way. Great, brilliant.
There's a question: is it
What?
Nomad or is it Norm Ad?
Exactly. Now go to the. If you notice on the right, there's a series of stories. Go to the top one. I saw it, and well, given who's on this stream, it needs to be mentioned. Canada is coming for your coffee. Go on. Off you
Canada
go.
can stay on their side of the fucking border. My coffee is my coffee. I will hit
So
them with
you're
the coffee
saying that
pot
you want
empty
to
before I hit
interrupt
them with
the
the full
story and
coffee
do
pot.
this one.
Oh,
After-
you know that has to be done. Come on.
Oh, okay, after
Yeah, no.
canceling booze, this is an unscheduled stop for the storyline today. Canada is now coming for your coffee. Now Canada
Over
is
my
putting
dead body.
coffee
Importance
on
thing.
ice after the country's health officials released a new guidance that having over 2 drinks a week can be a health detriment. New research from the University of Toronto says heavy
Actually,
coffee
that's
consumption
wrong.
is a cause of concern as well.
Actually, that's wrong. It's like they said the same thing in the 70s about beer, and they later found out a moderate amount of beer or any alcoholic drink during the week is actually good for you. The same is true of caffeinated drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes,
This
in
is-
small
I said moderate.
dosage.
Yeah.
I said moderate.
I was
These
just more
findings
interested
suggest
in the
that
fact
heavy
that
coffee
Nomad and
intake
Maddie
is
here.
associated
Okay.
with increases in risks of kidney dysfunction. All right, among slow metabolizers of caffeine who are genetically compromised genetically comprise approximately half of the population. An expert from the data read.
Yeah, but there's also the fact that drinking too much coffee causes people to have sudden outbursts of bad temper. Isn't that right, Maddie?
What? No. Who? Me? Who? Me? Damn.
All I'm
God
gonna
damn it! I always
say,
gotta check the orientation of my halo. Hold on, it's slipping off the horn over here on the left. Shit.
Okay,
All I
Sam.
gotta
What
I
say-
want you to sit up there and say this could be detrimental to the health.
Nomad.
Okay.
Nomad. Sam wants to say something, please.
yep, thank you, Batman.
You are.
No, all I'm gonna say on that coffee thing is, I am a living example that story is bullshit.
Are you from Canada?
No, but I do
Yeah, then.
drink enough caffeine to kill a horse
This
on
is
a
true.
almost daily basis. If the caffeine doesn't kill me, the meth doesn't kill me, I am convinced I am fucking invincible and immortal until proven otherwise.
I think the
the
same
only
could be
one.
said of everybody here. I mean, yeah, there's almost as much caffeine in tea as there is in coffee, and
Yeah,
we
depends
drink
on the-
Oh no,
horrendous amounts
I
of tea.
drink
I don't know what you're talking about. British tea?
coffee,
No, we've never had
energy
it.
drinks. Get on my level.
Yeah,
Well, it's like there's this perfect little meme that suits this particular, the Canada thing. Fuck Canada. Okay,
Oh,
never
yeah.
mind. Back on track. Okay.
Okay, hang on. We got
I
a
agree.
pedophile thing here.
Okay.
We got a pedophile
Oh.
thing here, so
hmm
pay attention.
Well, we'll
Right.
Go ahead,
get to
Nomad.
that in a minute. I gotta say something about the coffee. If you think that that's going to cause a detriment, right? That the actual caffeine consumption, take it away in the U.S. and see what kind of detriment to populations that's.
there'll be nobody left in the United States of America alive.
Look,
This will
There-
They'll
be
all
there
have
are four-
shot each other.
there are 4 options when coffee's on the table. If you're tired, you drink it. If you have a headache, you drink it. If it's cold, if you're cold, you drink it. And if someone pisses you off, you bust the cup over their head. Problem solved.
I am okay
After,
with
after
everything
throwing
you
the
said.
burning,
Multi-situational.
yeah, hold on.
All I'm
After
saying.
throwing the burning hot coffee in their face.
No,
No,
that's
you
a waste
throw
of
the coffee
coffee.
in
You
there.
drink the
enough.
coffee first and bust them over the head with a cup. You never waste
Oh, no.
coffee. That's caffeine abuse.
No, like I said,
Mr. Barkley.
Maddie,
Mr. Barkley. All right, I was
You're
never
about to
into
get banned.
coffee. You didn't finish the sentence. It's yet. It's only a matter
Yeah.
of time.
yeah, Maddie, like I said, if you stopped all the coffee in the United States within a week, there'd be nobody left alive in the United States because you'd have killed each other. This is Canada's plan to invade America.
No.
Lord.
You don't understand. You uncaffeinate America. The first thing that's going to happen is all the ADD, unhinged millennials are going to come after whoever the fuck took the caffeine away.
Why?
Millennials?
No.
Talk
And-
about Gen X. Hello.
Oh, God.
Hello.
Hold on, hold on.
Happen
The
is that
millennials,
boomers will sit
the
up there and
millennials,
be
they won't
shooting
be
you
able-
bastards because we're the ones with,
Hold on.
the horde. And
Hold
we'll
on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Hold the fuck up. Can I
No.
fucking finish?
Okay.
Got yard.
No. First and foremost, the ADD millennials are going to get there first because they're going to be the first motherfuckers to notice that where the fuck did all of our caffeine go? Because we use that shit to supplement our fucking Adderall because there's a fucking Adderall shortage right now. So all the ADD millennials are fucking chugging down energy drinks
Manny's
like there's
already
no
got it.
tomorrow to replace the stimulant.
It's time to start.
Right.
Make sure
Can-
I
can
have
I-
my. Right now, she's
Can-
scoring
can I-
up.
can I
She's
put-
already
Be-
started the horde.
Can I butt in here? First of all, millennials.
No. You-
No. Think about it. Millennials without caffeine. They're going to have the shakes. They're
Yep.
going to be too busy trying to calm their hands down so they can use their fucking cell phones to attack anybody.
First.
Then,
You
then
tell
you've
me.
got Gen Z. They're going to be even worse.
First of all, the first people that are going to get wind of this is Gen X. And what am I going to do as a Gen X and descendant of Cubans? I'm going to start building a motherfucking raft to get myself to Jamaica so I can start having the Jamaica
Don't-
Blue Mountain coffee because I ain't going without my damn coffee.
Hold on, I
And
thought you
being
were
a
Gen
Cuban
Y.
being of Cuban descent, there is nothing my ass can't make float.
I'm actually okay with what you just said there.
Yeah.
Maddie, I will be on that boat with you in a heartbeat. So
Yeah,
stop by Ohio, come pick me up.
If she was
Okay.
full of, if you were if you were Vietnamese, you would be even better at that because they can get 1,000 people
Look.
into a beating and get to America.
It's fair, actually. I can't really disagree with you there, mate.
Look, I mean,
Anyway,
'cause
moving on.
Right,
Mhm.
moving on.
Next story time. Florida high school
Yeah,
gym
'cause we-
teacher, football coach is accused of having sexual relations with a student, says police.
I'm sorry,
Florida
but
high
why does that
school
guy's
gym-
face look like a pedophile?
Because you're pre-associating with as a pedophile with the
No,
with
he
the
has the
story.
pedo stash. He's got the pedo stash.
A Florida high school gym teacher was arrested Sunday for allegedly having a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old student, according to the Port Orange Police Department. Aaron Hankard, a gym teacher and football coach for the Atlantic High School, was arrested after someone reported on February 10th he was having an inappropriate relationship with a student at the school. The police says it appears that he has been working at the school for close to 2 years. He also taught at Mainland High School and was a football coach for Father Lopez before he what the hell?
There you
Father
go, Father
Lopez?
Lopez. There's a tree somewhere.
Right.
Yeah,
Before his
No,
current
hold it.
assignment in the Atlantic High School.
yeah. One second. I'm sorry to interrupt here, but not at any point is it suggested this student was female. I hope
Yeah.
you all noticed that.
Oh, and I've got
Oh,
to say
no,
something.
there-
Look,
I've got to
I
say
can
something.
actually explain that for you, Jensen, if you'd like.
go on. What's a woman?
Because of the age of
Mhm.
the student,
Yeah.
it's actually pretty common for them to not give any other information because it's a minor. It's
Yeah,
actually,
but-
I'm
Yeah.
fairly certain it's written into quite a few. I don't think it's in federal law, but I'm fairly certain it's in a lot of state laws. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Nomad.
Yeah, the parents have to assent to the dissemination of the
No,
child's
I
identity.
understand, but they could at least mention the gender of the child.
No,
Yeah.
they
There's
can't.
not-
Legally,
can't.
they can't.
Wow.
They can't
No.
legally.
He was
And
booked
something I said
into,
on Maddie's stream.
He was booked
Hold
in
on a minute.
Volusia County Jail on $115,000 bond. Which
Right, something
for-
I said
for
on
once
Maddie's
is
stream.
worth- I'm surprised they didn't screw that up and give him like
Yeah.
$500.
Something I said on
bond or
Maddie.
something like that.
Something I said on Maddie's stream. I've also tweeted this out as well. There. Yeah, I'm of the mind. You get a dog that's attacked a human, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get a paedophile. Don't destroy the dog immediately. What you do is you put the dog and the paedophile in an arena. They battle it out.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever survives gets to live, but only so long as it's the dog.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was
I'm
about
okay
to
with
say
that.
that's a bit cruel to the dog. I mean, you're making
Not
it fight a
really.
pedophile.
Not really. We're going to give the dog an biohazard suit. Yeah, metal
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair
fans
enough.
over its teeth.
So
Chainsaw
cyber
muzzle.
dog.
Shoulder,
Chainsaw muzzle.
shoulder mounted fucking miniguns.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
Is it me or is this turning into cyberpunk?
Again, I'm okay with that.
No, it's power armor.
Time for the
Mhm.
next story.
Mm.
Cow sex allegation leads man to kill fiance in Indonesia.
Holy
Hold on,
bestiality,
Let
Batman.
them
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Repeat that.
Yep.
Cow sex allegation leads man to kill fiance in Indonesia.
Did
Wait
the
for-
cow having sex with her lead her to get killed?
No.
Holy
Why
bestiality.
am I
Batman.
getting? Why am I getting?
Boys, bestiality is best.
No.
Bestiality is great.
No.
Mate, bestiality is
What?
great.
Which
Fuck, I wanna be-
fiance?
Okay.
Was it the man or was it the woman? Because this could go one of two ways.
Mm-hmm.
Rock band Journey may have been right when they said too much love can kill you after a man in Indonesia has been arrested for the murder of his fiancée, following her accusation that he had sex with a cow.
It's not quite as bad
Oh.
as we thought then.
Yeah, that should have
Could've
killed
been
him,
worse.
I was
actually.
about to say. I was about to say. Is this ancient Greek? Did we time travel?
Yeah. Apparently, sex with a cow can be fatal to a human being, so it's amazing he survived. He's
No
obviously not
shit.
Authorities have detained the suspect, identified as Mikhail Oy, all right, for the death of 35-year-old woman identified as Augustina Reri. That's as close as I'm going to get to the pronunciation. According to a report in DTIC, right, .com, the suspect has been constantly abusing and assaulting his soon-to-be bride because he was disappointed that she would not agree to his demands of physical intimacy, according to the police. The victim was attacked on 2 separate occasions where she sustained fatal injuries in the second assault, the police said. The man first attacked the woman on February 4th and hit her with his bare hands. All right, the second assault happened on February 7th when he hit her with a wrench, which resulted in a serious physical injury. What a surprise.
Obviously, his hands were sore. See, obviously, his hands were sore from the last assault.
The suspect was upset because of with the victim
And
because
so
she
you're
accused him
echoing.
of committing adultery.
Yeah, I'm
and
echoing
often
again.
asking for sex, and that he had sex with the cow on their farm.
Who's ever echoing? Could you please
That would be me
fix it?
again.
Fix it, please.
Don't know why the hell is
Just as a side note,
Oof.
this is not how you tenderize meat.
Says you. By the way,
No, the echoing's actually giving me a headache.
I
Oof.
understand. By the way, there is one thing that hasn't been mentioned. You do know how he persuaded the cow to get into his room, don't you? He told her
Nope.
to move it.
Oh.
Jensen, kill yourself.
No. I've got to agree with Jensen. He's telling the hoof.
Yeah.
Shrapnel wasn't
Both of you
shaped
kill
for
yourself.
CMTYT.
Jensen,
dude
do you know why he had
dude
sex
has
with a cow?
Dude adds a whole new meaning to pounding meat. That's all I'm saying, Tom.
You do realise why he was having sex with a cow, don't you?
Go on.
He was feeling horny.
Explain a few things. Yeah.
Now, the one question I have for the woman, right? I mean, it's unfortunate that she died in this. If you found him having sex with a cow, you're on a farm. You can't tell me you don't have a shotgun.
This is the wrong, Nomad. This is the wrong story to lead on with that picture. I mean, we just had a story about a guy who's had sex with a cow, and now there's a picture of a guy holding a goat.
You're welcome.
More goats.
That was
One
my
man's
fault.
idea for saving a town in rural America.
I did this. That was me.
That headline doesn't make it sound any better following the story
Hold on.
we just followed.
There's a picture of a man holding a goat, and Jensen says, "I did this. This was my idea."
It was his idea. He's the one who said,
What, to have
no,
sex with a goat?
That story has to be done right after this one.
Oh, it had to be. Come on. It did.
Yeah.
Like many visionaries, David Criswell can't say exactly how he dreamed up his big idea. Yet after chewing it over, Mr. Criswell, a former mayor of Wilson, became convinced he could milk a roadside attraction starring a Nigerian dwarf goat clambering up and down a cluster of grain silos.
And I thought my joke was going to be bad.
With all seriousness, though,
Mm-hmm.
he might be able to pull it off.
The only thing I've got to say on this is needs more cowbell.
I'm going to bring people to this town with these goats and Mr. Criswell. He anticipates herds of travelers pulling off of Interstate 70 to visit his towering dwarf goat playground.
Okay, I'm going to say it because I feel I need to. Yes, he's going to get an absolute ass ton of people turning up. Unfortunately, they're all going to be Muslims, and they're all going to have a big ass smile on their face.
Actually, yeah,
this is related to Tim Pool.
Actually, no, this has got an entry in the local tour guide. Yeah, it's very special entry. It's called the Ram page.
I'll wait for that.
Yo, pain is
all I
my
want to know is he needs to pick one because a dwarf can't tower. That's all I'm saying. Because he said this towering dwarf.
You give a dwarf
you either
still
tower or you're a dwarf. You can't be a towering dwarf unless you have people shorter than you in front of you.
Sam, take note of what was said.
Maddie, you give a dwarf stilts, it can tower over anybody.
Susan, you're not helping matters.
Moving on Just moving on.
Well, we all know which football team he supports.
God.
Anyway,
Oh, fuck
Yes,
off.
that's right. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Mhm.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania wins big at the box office.
Not from what we've
Yep.
heard.
It was
Mhm.
an ant invasion. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania crawled its way to the top of the box office on its opening night Friday. The Marvel creation, which the Post called a pile of dirt, took home a staggering $63.5 million according to IMDb's Box Office Mojo. It scored
I won-
as the third highest
What? I'm
opening
sorry.
day in February after Black Panther and Deadpool, per the deadline. Magic-
Nomad, can I ask a question at this point? How many Disney employees were forced under pain of losing their jobs to go and see it?
No, no.
That is
actually,
also my question.
no. No,
And
Matt's
I'm being
got a point.
serious.
Say, ask everyone the same question you asked me. Go on, mate.
The question I have for this, right, is okay. Actually, I don't remember what was the question I asked you.
Name
Look,
another
I'm the
film
one
that's
with
out
T-Bone
right now.
Brain
yeah,
around
okay,
here.
yeah, I
You
do,
can't
I do
Mhm.
this. This is been talked about coming out. People have been talking about it. But tell me right now in the theaters, name me other movies.
What?
Name any other movie. Go on. Don't look
Wait,
it up.
question. Question.
Mhm.
Better question.
Yeah, good point.
Mhm.
What movie theaters are open?
Which is another good question. To be honest.
All I
There
have
are
to say,
4 of them around where I live right now. None of them
Yep.
are even remotely open.
all I have to say is I see those opening numbers and compare it to the ones before it, like in phase 1, and all I have to say is that number really stings. Okay, I'm done.
Mhm.
Well, no,
Yeah, my
okay,
question.
the-
I've got
the
a
thing
question.
is-
I've got a
before you get
question
to your
here.
question, Matt, before you get to your
Damn
question,
you.
the thing is there's nothing else to watch in the theaters. All right. My comment is people are probably going to this, and it's probably going to make money, and I have nothing to axe to grind against it, aside from the fact that according to several stories I've heard, they try to push this whole socialism idea of being the greatest thing since sliced bread, right?
I've heard even leftists hate it.
Well, I've heard some derogatory things about it, but if people find it, worth their while to go see it, as far as it's at least entertainment that they can sit back and turn their brains off and just have a flow, all right, and enjoy the flow. Hey, it could do well. Now, is it going to be Star Wars? Is it going to be anything of the Avatar like? I seriously don't think so. And let's be perfectly honest. Avatar, this new Avatar movie was supposed to be so phenomenal. How come it's still not in the news?
Why? It's
Yeah,
really
true.
bad.
I didn't even
Well,
think it was out yet.
Well,
Well,
my
my-
whole thing is with
I'll be right back.
Very back.
fascination the MCU has with the multiverse and all this shit. Now you have this quantum mania thing. In my opinion, they would have had a better 1, 2, 3 hit with Ant-Man and the Wasp
Mhm.
if they would have actually started with Pym, and then him had to hand it
Yeah.
over to the second guy that handled the Wasp mantle, and I mean the Ant-Man mantle, and go from there. They completely skipped Pym's storyline in order to prop this guy up.
It was more to prop his daughter up there. Because
Yeah.
that would have made it even better if they hadn't made the Wasp character such an unlovable, man-hating bitch.
Well,
But,
they're doing that to a lot
I've
of
got
them
a couple of
nowadays.
points here. My first one is a question.
Mhm.
The combat scenes in this film, are they what is normally known as a microaggression?
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
yeah, this quantum mania. I mean, quantum is a study of really, really tiny things, right? So apparently it's doing well at the box office. So does this prove the old adage that little things please little minds?
Really? You actually went with that joke? Wow.
That
Boy,
wasn't a
you
joke.
went
That was an insult.
You took that a long way. Okay.
You want to bring it on back?
No.
Well, the thing is Maddie's right. if they
Mhm.
would have stuck
Yeah.
to the comic storyline of Ant-Man and the Wasp, all right, it is a phenomenal storyline that went through the comics.
Yep.
And
They would
it
have
was
they would have had
brilliant.
to start it. Yeah, they would have had to start it way back before Ultraman because not Ultraman.
Ultron.
Chemo Brain.
Ultron.
Ultron. Thank you, Chemo Brain. Because it was Pym that started the whole Ultraman,
Ultron.
fucking Ultron project. Thank you. Pym did Ultron, and then they had that's what annoyed me about it because they had Bruce and they had Stark on that program, and I'm like, no, it's supposed to be Pym. Where's
Yeah.
Pym?
Yeah.
Well,
I like
that
that.
was one of the problems that I
Pym,
had.
Pym did
The
Ultron.
Pym storyline
Yeah.
in the comics is absolutely phenomenal. They did a
Yeah.
great
It is.
Oh,
They
you
did
know
a great
the
job with it, and it would have been a storyline that could have continued as you develop them. You start with Pym, you bring in what's her name? I can't remember. It's Van Dyne, right?
Janet Van Dyne.
Right. You bring in Janet. All right. You go through the whole love affair, and then you go through the whole darkness where they split apart and the divorce and everything else.
He becomes Yellow
It could
Jacket.
have worked.
One
It would have
thing I want
worked
to
as a series,
add,
what they want today, which is they want a serialized Marvel type of environment, and you have it right there. You had one of the
Yep.
best
Yeah.
continuing storylines right there, and you
Yeah.
flushed it down the toilet.
yep.
You did, yeah.
One of the things I want to point out about Hank Pym is the feminist glommed onto it. He beat his wife. Apparently, and the guy who drew the panel, yeah,
Mhm.
he was not. He didn't strike her, right? He
Mhm.
pushed her aside, but he did it because it was back in the mid '60s, where Marvel drew everything overly dramatically.
Mhm.
And that's how he drew the panel, overly dramatically. He didn't strike her. He pushed her away. But he didn't want to become a superhero, really.
Yeah.
She did. And she basically drove him to madness.
Mhm.
Yes and no, but there's a lot of other things that were involved in that. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
put it all
Mhm.
together. Is the Pym storyline is a phenomenal storyline, even to the point where he actually kills Egghead.
Yes.
Right? It
Oh,
just spoilers for
You know-
everybody who's never read the comics. All right, but they were my favorite couple. They were they were one of the best storylines for and let's be frank, you can say that they were B-list characters, and yes, you could say that they weren't the top sellers. They weren't Spider-Man.
Oh, they got
right?
there.
Or so forth. But their storyline was far better. It was even better than the Chloe and Doctor Strange storyline, or Cleo, excuse me.
Do you know
Cleo's
Clea? Clea
and Doctor
and Doctor
Strange's
Strange.
storyline, and yet they can't
Yeah.
help taking these things and screwing them up.
Yeah.
Especially
No.
considering, like I said, their whole intent is to try and supposedly serialize this stuff. You've got the serials
Mhm.
right there.
Yep.
Instead,
Yep.
you piss it all away.
Oh, hey,
Yep.
Slow Lad. Here's one for you. My favourite incarnation of the Wasp character, and also the Ant-Man character, the Hank Pym character, was in Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the cartoon. The
Yeah,
one that,
I saw that.
the one that was replaced by that fucking horrible Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
No, Avengers Assemble is horrible. Because
It
all the male Avengers are morons, even Tony
Yep.
Stark. And each week,
Yep.
the Black Widow has to save them.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Because
original one was good. The first one that
Yeah.
they came out with was really good.
It
I mean,
was-
the Pym in that one was excellent, especially when they got split up into the second, all the different worlds in Yggdrasil, and he grew to a giant to save Janet.
Well, that was closely based off on the comics.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
so
but I
was
mean-
the original X-Men cartoon.
Well, it was closer to it. All right, on
Yeah.
to the next story.
Yes.
No, we're still talking about this. I'm sorry, but we're still talking about this.
Yeah, sisters
A bunch of
busted
nerds
for
talking about
threads
comics.
over loud sex.
Okay, we're talking about loud sex.
Right? Cops.
Incest is best, but you're
You know why that is, Maddie.
Good.
What?
Mhm.
She obviously had a white Gildersleeve.
Oh Lord.
Gun-toting
My-
Texas
my-
siblings
my whole thing is-
menaced noisy neighbors. Go ahead.
Wow.
Yeah, you
All
could
right.
hear the guys rattling about in there. Boom, 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 boom.
Angered that a couple in a neighboring apartment was making too much noise during sex, a pair of gun-toting Texas sisters allegedly threatened to shoot the loud lovebirds, according to the cops who arrested the siblings on a felony assault.
Wow. Wow.
Investigators
Okay.
busted Alexis Davis, 25, and Treasure Bibbs, 21, following a confrontation early Monday morning at an apartment complex in Houston. Dallas to the left, and Bibbs pictured on the right in the above mugshots. According to police, an ongoing dispute over noise emanating from the nearby apartment had already resulted in Davis and Bibbs leaving notes on the couple's door threatening to kill Kevin Frank, 30, and Kiari.
Well, I just came in at a perfect time.
You know,
Yeah.
they'd be two good-looking women if it
McPherson,
wasn't for
29, the pair's and the pair's children. During the February 13th encounter at the Worthington Development, Davis and Bibbs both allegedly brandished a firearm and threatened to kill Frank and McPherson with a gun for being too noisy.
You know,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
they'd
I
be-
wouldn't. I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have threatened to kill them. I would have been facetious enough to try and embarrass the fuck out of them. So the next day, when they got up and opened their doors to go to whatever work, there'd be a note there going, "Duration of screams,
Tell it to- tell
minutes to orgasm, and complete and total rating of the show the night before."
What I would have done was I would have slid a microphone under their apartment door and slit the webcam their bedroom window, and I would have
Yeah,
live streamed the entire event.
I would have had comments such as, "Can we turn down the female a bit because I couldn't hear the bass in the man's voice?" That's a 4.5 out of 10.
I've got to say, mind, those two women, they'd be really good-looking women if they changed only one thing about them.
Their faces.
Yes.
Mm.
Nothing against
This
these
actually
people,
reminds
but-
me of a Reddit story.
But the tattoos on your face, girl, they don't enhance things. They really don't.
Okay, first and foremost, first of all, there's only one person in the world who can pull off a face tattoo, and that's Mike Tyson.
I
Secondly,
can agree.
this actually reminds me a lot of a Reddit story of like a petty revenge story that was on a while back. Single mom with really young kids in an apartment. And you know, with apartments, the walls are thin as all hell. So the couple, either next door to her or right above her, start getting a bit loud in the bedroom. So what this mother did to essentially get them to shut the fuck up, because she had small children there who were parrots at the time, apparently. Anything that the couple said or moaned, she would yell back at the top of her lungs in an absolute monotone. So it's like, oh yeah, oh yeah. To be fair, I respect it. Because that is the most passive aggressive way to handle that kind of situation.
I've got one
What?
better. I've got one better.
All right, go ahead.
I had when I was still living at home, it was neighbours were just keeping me awake at night. Well, they were a retired couple, and his wife had died. He got a girlfriend, and they were getting frisky. They would refuse to believe that they were being loud, so they were at it one night, and I recorded it. Right, the entire session.
Mm-hmm.
Following morning, put it in my music centre, put the speakers right up against the wall, turned the volume all the way up, and played it for them.
Mm-hmm.
They never got frisky ever again.
Or they never did it
Either-
loudly. See, the other
Yeah.
thing that I would do is
Or
invite
they
some
just
friends
invested
over.
in a ball gag.
Or the other thing is, once I realized what their routine was, I'd invite some friends over, and we would all sit in the room where you would hear the noise the loudest. We would all pop beers, and as soon as the festivities opened, we would cheer them like we were at an event.
Nice.
Okay,
I
I
like
got.
that.
Placing
I will
bets on
take
time
that,
so
and
forth.
I will. Oh no! Oh, I've got one better, and I actually did this, and my man will confirm it if you ask him. We had taken a vacation together, and we were in this pretty decent hotel.
When did this become confessional?
Nothing too fancy. No. This isn't a confession. I'm bragging. Okay. And also was very impressed by the couple that it turned out to be. Anyway, so we start hearing those certain noises coming from the room next door,
Mhm.
and we're laughing. We had no intentions of doing anything that night. We start laughing. They're getting louder. And finally, we just look at each other and say, you know what? It's going to be an Olympic event. Let's go for the gold. And so we got into a competition with this couple
Wow.
as to who could do the more obscene shit. They won
Wow.
because no. We thought we had won that night. We thought. Bitch, we
Mhm.
thought. Until I get up to go get us both breakfast because he wasn't going to be getting out of that bed. That was too comfortable, but I was already awake.
In other words,
So
you
I
weren't
go down to
satisfied.
go get
Yeah.
breakfast. I go downstairs to go get breakfast for both of us. At the same time, the woman of the couple who we had been in competition with also came out. And I looked over, and there is a 65-year-old woman standing next to me.
Nice.
And
Oh
we
my
just
God.
looked at each other. No words were exchanged. But
Did
she
she-
gave me a smirk, a wink,
Mhm.
and she goes, "You too, honey?" And I'm just like, "What?"
I was like,
You know-
Because
when
we
I was
were
in middle school,
convinced. No, the noises and shit that they were doing, we were convinced it was a couple our age.
wow.
You know what you should have done? You should have got an animal sound effects tape and to add a bit of spice.
Oh no! My
Oh, yeah.
man did one better. He started quoting Mortal Kombat.
I
No, that's still human.
was like, when I was in middle school, I had to convince my parents that they needed new box springs. Okay. I told my mom one day that she really, really needed new box springs because it's real embarrassing when I have friends over. Batman, can you mute? Because it's hard for me to concentrate with me echoing off of you.
Oh, I'm
Oh, thank
echoing
you.
again, am I? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, I tell her, she goes, no. I said, look, I'm down here, I'm watching Hunter, and all of a sudden I got my friend next to me, and upstairs we hear through the floor, and my friend went, "Are your parents doing it?" And Mom goes, "Well, that's your dad getting comfortable." It's, Mom, for about a half an hour to 45 minutes, I'm in middle school. I know what you're doing upstairs. Just buy new box springs, please. She looked at me. She goes, "No, we don't need new box springs." I said, "Okay, stay down here in the basement. I'll be right back." So I go upstairs. I go into their room. I sit on their bed, and all I do is bounce on their bed slightly.
Mhm.
Come back downstairs, and Mom looks at the ceiling, and she goes, "Oh shit, we do need new box springs."
Yeah, the worst thing is, sound upstairs gets magnified by the by the material of the building, especially if it's wood. It
Well,
travels
What's
you know,
down
even worse
easy.
is if it's an old house and you
Yeah.
have creaky floorboards on top of bad box springs.
Mhm.
Mhm.
No,
I
you know,
know, I've lived that.
that was just the look on her
Is this
face
where
was
I start to
priceless.
absolve everybody here? I don't know. I'm not a priest. I'd like to know how this
I-
actually works.
I was 10-year-old. There was only a brick wall separating my bedroom from my parents' bedroom, and I got sick of it. So they were right in the middle of it one night, and it was a school
Oh,
night.
Lord.
And I knocked on their bedroom door. Everything stopped. Then I could hear hurried movement. My dad's standing there opening the door. Yeah, and yeah, I know what you're doing, and yes, I know it's a normal part of married life. But can you keep it down during a school night? Because it's keeping me awake.
No.
They got a new mat.
See,
They
that-
moved their bed to the opposite wall and got a new mattress the following day.
no.
That's good.
You know what,
That-
dude? You know what you should have actually said? Like, look, I know I asked you last Christmas for a new sibling, but I've kind of changed my mind about that. And could you please keep it the fuck down? I got a spelling test tomorrow.
Actually, that would have been bad because I'd asked for a dog.
Wow.
Damn. You know what? I'd still stand by it.
Now, Jensen, am I wrong to be talking like this is like confession story hour?
It's just
Hey, at
got,
least none of us.
it's gone off the rails. It really has. But it's funny as hell.
Nomad. Yeah, story hour, fair enough, but at least none of us are drag queens.
Ook,
Don't
ook,
need to
ook.
go down this way. On to the next story. This was-
Moving
nothing to
on.
do with
Not
this.
going there. Not going there.
Okay. Mountain lion tears a leash away from its
No,
owner.
tears
in
dog
California.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait. Repeat that part again.
Mountain lion.
Did you
tears
just say
dog on a
mountain
leash.
lion on a leash?
No, he said
No.
mountain
No.
lion.
There's a dog on a leash away from its owner in a California neighborhood.
Oh.
Yeah, you've got to see a dog on it before.
I was
A
about
woman
to
was out for
say,
a
who the
walk with her
fuck has a
dog in Central
cougar on a fucking
California
leash?
when a mountain
Mike
lion
Tyson.
emerged from the brush and
No, that's a
pounced on
tiger.
her dog. Right? Sorry.
Okay,
Wait,
I have
here's the
several
best.
questions.
Wait. Here's the best bit. Boo-doo, whack.
All right.
I saw that film as well.
She held onto the leash in an attempt to save the animal, but she was knocked to the ground, and the mountain lion ran off with her pet, according to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife.
No shit.
woman was
It's an
injured
easy
in
fucking
the fall.
target.
No. That's actually really unusual behavior for a mountain lion.
What?
Mountain
To
lions
eat a pet?
are no. There was a human there. Mountain lions are terrified of human voices.
The thing is,
Not anymore.
from what I can gather from the story, this is taking place in an urban area.
Doesn't- yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah. Now let me continue. In the UK, we've got. I know you've got them in the States, but we've got urban foxes. They're not afraid of humans.
Yeah,
Okay.
the fox
if
is
you've
different
got
from a mountain lion.
hold on. If you've got mountain lions living in an urban environment, they will also lose their fear
No,
of humans.
actually, no. Two completely separate animals. One,
matter.
because mountain lions are hyper introverts. The only reason they even get together with others of their species is to make more of themselves.
Yeah, I didn't say they would lose their caution because that keeps them safe, but they're not going to be afraid of him anymore. So and this woman was by herself as well. So that's one human.
No.
the
That
free
doesn't
stuff.
matter. Doesn't matter.
It does when there's food on the go.
No, it doesn't, because pets, even if it's a small dog, that's not on their, that wouldn't register on their radar. Number one. Number two,
They will
considering
eventually
where
get
it
used
is
to
in
eating
California,
pets.
no,
You gotta
let me
understand
finish,
something.
dude.
Hold on a second. If in a neighborhood where there's a lot of people and everything, a lot of their natural prey probably is scadoodled,
Yeah.
away.
That's why I'm
Right.
saying, that's what
Yeah.
I'm literally getting at.
So
the-
they probably
The cougar
are
was
eating
probably
more.
starving,
Mhm.
but the thing is, did this happen at night or in the daytime?
Occurred at 5:30 p.m. So during the day.
Cougars are nocturnal.
Cougars are
They
also
must have been really fucking hungry.
mountain lions, like most mammals, especially mammals, are adaptable, and cats unusually intelligent given their brain size, so it's going to be more adaptable than most of the rats.
Well,
That
the,
is
the other
no, you're actually wrong. First and foremost, cats themselves, as a species, as a whole, are nocturnal creatures, or mostly nocturnal. 2,
Yeah.
the cougar coming into the urban area to begin with is a bad sign, because that usually means A, it's starving, B, it was raised by humans at some point to have lost its
Possibly.
fear of humans, because that shit is instinctual and genetic. Or 3, it was rabid.
Yeah.
There's a fourth.
Matt
and-
Barkley makes a point. You know, we're talking about a cougar. Do we really know it was actually a feline, not human?
True, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, undefined. No,
This
Susan
is
actually does
California we're
make a
talking
reasonable
about, folks.
point. It's probably that the idiots in the area have actually been feeding said thing. So
That
That's
is
also likely.
also true.
That's
sorry
another
That is
reason
also
why.
true.
That's another
Yeah.
reason why urban foxes, who are also foxes are also incredible introverts, have
Mhm.
lost their fear of humans because of being fed.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
Well, that's not them losing their fear. That's them starting to see humans as a food source. That's not losing a fear. That's retraining a predator.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that the other thing that needs to be taken into account is he literally leapt at the pet, which means it wasn't an ambush from behind. Cougars are notorious for leaping at things from behind. This was
Or
in
from
front
above.
of the person. Yeah,
Attack.
and this was
Mhm.
out of a bush, and bushes are usually what, waist height?
Mm-hmm. Cougars are
Yeah.
big.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a
I
very
agree
young
with
cougar.
something that Shrapnel was saying. You're actually wrong about them being nocturnal. They're not. They're actually a twilight predator. There's not actually that many nocturnal predators that humans will ever meet.
Yeah.
Be a pisser, I know, but
Well,
I'm just pointing it out.
There are not many nocturnal predators that a human will ever meet and live to tell about anyway.
That's also true.
That is also true. My mistake.
Sorry to be pedantic.
No. I appreciate it. Even still, cougars they do not want to be anywhere near people. They hate the smell of us. They hate the sound of us. They see us as a predator to them, and for good reason.
Yes.
So to me, this is saying this was at one point someone's pet, which in California
Is possible. Probable.
is
right?
completely possible.
Oh, here you go. This is adorable as creature.
2, that cougar was probably starving, because that's very unusual method of attack.
It's a hippo.
And it's a gorgeous little
And
hippo.
for those
Come on.
who of the panel here, no, my wife is not sitting up there trying to tape me up or shut me up that way. Just so you know.
Well, the fact that you had to say that puts your comment into
Methinks thou protest too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's meet Bubbles.
Besides, let's face it, there isn't enough tape.
That's a separate issue. Let's meet Bubbles. The first pygmy hippo born in Arizona serves an important purpose, and this is Bubbles.
It's
New
your next
edition,
representative
and
in
he's
the
indeed-
Congress.
It'll do a better job than the current one.
To be
Yeah.
fair, it probably would.
This is
Sorry,
Bubbles.
mate.
fact.
Come on.
Fun
I want
fact.
you to see Bubbles. I don't
Mhm.
care to see the person. Let's see Bubbles.
Yeah.
Yay!
That's considered a small
What
hippo.
the hell's Meghan Markle
Jesus
doing
Christ.
there?
Well,
How dare you? They're not that ugly. You take that back, and you take
All
it
right,
back
take
right
that
now.
back.
Okay.
Fun fact: the nearest living relative to a hippo is actually a dolphin.
Mm-hmm. But look at it, it's
Not,
adorable.
not for much
Yes,
longer.
it's an obese murder cow.
Sam,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. damn it.
that may be true, but not for much longer if the Japanese have their way.
Fair
So I was
point.
like, look at the completely adorable, murderous
And-
little water cow. Okay,
Yes.
Yeah,
an obese
Gorgeous.
murder cow.
right. They're
These
pygmy
guys-
hippos.
No,
I don't think
no,
they're
no.
they're
Do
pygmy.
you
They're
know-
pygmy hippos. I don't think they're as aggressive as the full size species.
Well, I
No,
bet they've got
yes,
short
they
temper.
are.
I said,
Yes,
I
they
said-
are.
That thing?
Look,
You-
the
you don't
difference,
see-
Batman. The difference between a normally aggressive hippo and the aggressive level of a pygmy hippo is the fact that it's small, so now it has Napoleon syndrome.
I know it can take your kneecaps out instead of eating your whole.
It's not
No,
wearing a
it
silly
also
hat.
then has a lower sense of gravity. And I know everyone thinks, oh, that's all fat for a hip. No,
No,
that's
no,
not fat. That's
no.
muscle. That is
Uh,
all muscle.
Lower
that's-
sense of
that-
humor. Pygmy
that-
hippo. Really? You're going with that joke? Great. Awesome.
That's muscle and also really thick, slightly armored skin.
Yes.
So yeah, if a hippo's coming
Also-
up at you and you've got a 38, you're fucked.
wouldn't
No,
be
actually,
happy
you're
with
not. No,
that,
no, 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 no. If you have a 38
Mm-hmm.
and a hippo is charging at you, do you know where you aim? Right between your own eyes.
Oh yeah, that's the other option. Yeah.
No, you're wrong. You aim at the knees of the fat kid beside you and then you run.
I'm actually okay with that as well.
No, no.
I wouldn't
Hippos
aim
can run
anywhere.
at 30 miles an hour. Okay, fuck
No.
you. No.
No,
I
the
wouldn't
plan
aim
is-
anywhere because I would never be in a position to have a rampaging hippo coming in my direction to begin with.
I'll be completely
I'm
honest.
just
If
all
I
I'm gonna
had a
say.
rampaging hippo coming towards me, I'll probably go, "Who's a gorgeous buddy? Do you want to cuddle?"
You'd eat it.
Are you? Is
To be
Manny
fair,
trying to
Jensen,
say
it
that
would
you-
probably
you're not gonna
stop and
opt out
stare
of
at
the
you.
gene pool of the hippo? Is that what you're trying to say?
UK resident mauled to death by zoo hippo. Film at 11.
Well, we all know what would happen if Nomad saw a hippo running towards him. He'd just
Ooh.
burn up in his atmosphere when it hit on re-entry.
Yeah. Okay. Final story of the day. Unfortunately, this is an update story.
Oh boy.
Flacco, the escaped zoo owl, can remain in the wilds of New York City.
Because they can't find it.
Yes.
Because you can't
You
catch a
took my
fucking
joke, though. It's muted.
fucking
2
Christ.
weeks, an owl that escaped from the New York Central Park Zoo has flown from treetop to treetop, eluding
Who?
capture and amassing
How
legions
the
of
fuck did you
fans
just say,
worried-
Nomad?
Tree top to tree trop.
Yes, he
What-
bolsters
what's
his
it-
words.
What's a
Give it-
tree trop?
Drop it. He bolsters his words, guys. Come
All
on.
right.
Play nice.
Eluding capture and amassing legions of fans worried about its ability to survive alone in the big city.
Who?
Would Flacco, a majestic Eurasian eagle owl, all right, go hungry
What?
in New York City with the rat problem they have?
Not for long.
No, you know what? They're not gonna have a rat problem for very long.
Nope.
Yeah. Actually,
You're releasing more of these
actually-
in Central Park.
Yeah.
Actually, New York City doesn't just have a rat problem. They've got a far worse owl problem than pigeon problem than London. It'll be going after the pigeons first.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it
It'll be
appears
going-
that
actually, it'll be
Flacco
going
has
after
regained
both.
his killer instinct and is becoming an old hand at swooping down from his lofty perch to feed on the park's bounty of rats. Really?
Woohoo!
What a surprise! It's gonna get
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know,
It's
you know,
almost
with
like
the
a
over,
predatory bird knows how to be a
Right?
predatory bird.
Yeah.
right? And you know, if it starts going after pigeons, since there's so many pigeons in New York, that'd be coo. Oh, sorry.
Why are they actually concerned? They could have actually dealt with this problem by trying out Harry Potter. He'd have called it over and walked off with the owl. Everything would have been fine.
You read too much Harry Potter books, you do.
I really shouldn't
Now, I
enjoy
know
this
people
stream.
have
I'm
talked
too
about the
goofy today.
size of New York rats, but I want you to read this. All right, Eurasian eagle owl is one of the larger owl species with a wingspan up to 79 inches or 2 meters.
Yeah, and if it tries to carry a New York rat, it's going to end up with a hernia.
He's not wrong.
I'm just gonna say, okay, for the Americans that don't know meters,
Mhm.
That's 6 feet.
that's 6 feet.
I hate to tell you
That
this,
fucking
Sam.
owl, that owl has a wingspan that is 6 inches longer than I am tall.
Sam,
That
I
is,
hate to tell you
For
this.
every meter, it's what?
Mhm.
3.3 feet. So it's 6.6 feet.
I hate to tell you this, Sam, but most of us English don't know meters either.
I don't want to brace you, but he said 72 inches. That makes it
79
a damn sight bigger
inches.
than. 79. Apologies. So, yeah,
79.
that's a big ass son bitch.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
7.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
As a
you,
big
you wouldn't,
fucking bird.
you wouldn't sitting on his shoulder asking for crackers.
No.
No. If it sits on your shoulder, you are the cracker. Okay?
Yeah.
You're the
I
cracker.
want a
That's-
cracker now.
That's the 6'9" wingspan.
Yeah.
No,
Ollie want a
No,
cracker,
6 foot-
bitch.
Holy
6'7"
shit.
6'7" wingspan. Excuse me.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's, oh my god, Jensen,
Mm-hmm.
that bird has a
Mhm.
wingspan that is taller than Op.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the
I'm
word.
terrified.
Bird, bird, bird. Oh, sorry.
The
Also
Buck
known
has
as
made his
floppy bastard.
rounds of Upper Manhattan, but hasn't strayed too far from the park. He
Why would
flew
he?
to a
Dinner's
nearby
late.
shopping hub on Fifth Avenue where police officers tried to catch it and failed.
Woo!
Wink, you're
shit.
supposed to be delivering letters, not eating owls. Oh, sorry.
He has captivated audience wherever he's went, including a visit to the park's skating rink.
Mm-hmm. Come here, Tim Paul. You look like a maggot.
So would
I
you take
would,
your little
I
kid
guess.
out there, you try to teach him to skate, and the little toddler falls and slides too far away.
Right. With
No.
what we hear about New Yorkers, it'll be getting confused over which are the rats and which are the people.
This is a fair statement.
Well,
No, actually,
I
no.
don't-
the rats
What
are
I
ones
want to
who
know
comes.
is if they wanted back.
Alfred Hitchcock warned us about this.
What I want to know is if New York wants that all back in captivity, why don't they just get in contact with Spider-Man?
Oh
Oh
God.
my god.
I waited for that. I really did. I knew it was coming.
I mean,
He's
let's,
hasn't done Owlman jokes yet.
let's face it, it's New York. They
Mhm.
believe everything they see on the screen. They believe Spider-Man's real.
I agree with Matt Barkley. Owl lives matter. I am totally okay with this.
OLM.
After
I'll-
five
I'll-
disappearances, after five disappearances of small breed dogs, pedestrians have stopped walking their pooches in the park. When one woman was interviewed, she went, "I don't know what the hell happened. I was just, I was walking my mini poo one minute, and the next minute, all I was this big ass shadow, and it's gone."
After disappearances
I'm
of
still
small,
in New York.
after disappearances of small children in Central Park, liberal parents have started walking their children in the park.
Mhm.
Damn. Husbands have
That's
started
probably
walking
true.
their
Anyway.
carriage without a leash.
That is the final story for the day. Do you guys have any final words?
Oh wait,
Final words. Okay,
Nah, we're good.
we're good.
Okay,
derailed
Batman,
you
go
enough.
ahead.
Okay, you heard him. Show's over. Time to go. Sling your hooks.
We don't.